Hey guys, Ponce here on the public test realm. As I mentioned in my other item videos, a lot has been added this patch for the preseason 4 item change stuff is all, or at least largely seem to have gone in. I don't know how much of this is going to make it live and how much it's going to change, but this just went up, so I'm going to give you well, the information. So let's start off with something pretty basic like wriggles. So yeah, as you can see, it used to cost 2,000 gold. It's gone down to 1,800. And a lot of the basic stats have changed. It now gives 25% attack speed instead of 25 bonus damage, or rather attack damage. And the armor total has gone down to 20. So instead of 25 armor, it now gives 20 armor when you complete the thing. It doesn't give spell vamp anymore, but it gives like kind of like a Doran's blade effect, where when you hit a monster, it gives you just a flat 10 health. Also, now the ward that you place, remember it was a really short ward. Now the duration has been doubled, so it's like an actual ward you place with the wriggles. And this is the main difference here. Unique passive, gain 40% increased gold from monsters. That sounds like a lot. Um, They were also talking about wriggles building into something eventually, but it looks like that hasn't been added yet. So like I said, this isn't really final. I don't want to talk about wriggles too much. I'm just kind of showing you what it does right now. We'll see how this all goes in the future. But next we have... Hold on a sec. I got to move my character around.
Do storms pity the drowned?
Or I'll be disconnected, and you don't want that mid-video. Spirit of... Let's start with Elder Lizard. Sure. So basically, the recipe is more expensive, but the same total cost the same. That's because long swords are cheaper. I covered that in my other video about trinkets and sort of various other miscellaneous items. So don't worry about that too much. But it used to give 35 damage. Now it gives 25 total attack damage. The other changes are now it deals 16 to 50 base damage based on your current level. True damage over 3 seconds on dealing physical damage. Now note, it used to be spells as well. So now you have to deal some form of physical damage. Even physical damage spells, I assume, apply. So for example, Hecarim's Rampage or whatever should still work in theory. But I'm not sure. And it's actually been buffed. The damage has been buffed as a result. So it used to be 6 to 40 true damage. Now it deals 16 to 50. That's much closer to the older figures. I don't remember what the pre-nerf Spirit of the Elder Lizard was like in terms of damage, but it sounds a lot more like it. Also, the unique passive, there is now something called Bounty Hunter. Champion kills, assists, and epic monsters grant 30 bonus gold, and large monsters grant 10 bonus gold. So, it gives a slight bonus to just farming your jungle with the 10 bonus gold thing, and if you're actually going for kills and objectives, then you get an extra 30 gold, so that's kind of neat. Next, let's move on to...
Redemption is a hollow wish.
Why don't we do Spirit of the Ancient Golem. Alright, this one is probably the one that's changed the least. The total nothing has changed from the base stats other than HP is gone. It used to give 500 if you remember. Now it gives 350, so that's gone down a bit. But now it has this thing called unique passive conservation. Upon killing a large or epic monster, grants up to 30 bonus gold based on the last time conservation triggered. So I guess the idea of that is if you're in the lane a lot and helping with objectives and then go back into your jungle. This is what they said. The Riot said a while ago. Then you get some bonus gold every time you kill one of the larger monsters. Now, by large or epic, I assuming they mean the largest monster in every camp. So I'm probably going to assume that that thing counts, the large wraith or large wolf or large golem. Aside from obviously the buff mobs. So stuff like that gives bonus gold, but I'm not sure exactly what they consider large and epic, but I'm sure you can kind of guess. Lastly, we have Spirit of the Spectral Wraith. So now this builds out of Fiendish Codex instead of Hextech Revolver was the thing, wasn't it? Yeah. And so the stats have changed sort of accordingly. It gives 50 AP instead of 40 now, and it gives 14 HP 5, and the MP 5 has gone down to 7 instead of 10. So it no longer gives a regular spell vamp kind of thing, but the passive is kind of interesting. It gives 5% of spell damage dealt to monsters is restored as health and mana. So presumably that won't Oh, actually, I can't say for sure, but you would think that this is not going to be like AoE. You know, when you use AoE spells, how spell vamp is reduced. That's probably not going to be the case anymore. But I haven't tested it, so I don't know. And also, you gain mana back. So this is the item that Riot was talking about in the forums, where if you're a caster jungler, or a mage jungler, or whatever, and you don't have constant access to your blue, this is supposed to alleviate that pressure. And the passive is Bounty Hunter. Champion kills, assists, and epic monsters grant 30 bonus gold, and large monsters grant 10 bonus gold. So it's very similar, actually, to the ancient Golem thing, it looks like, except there's no thing about, there's a time limit on how it works. And large things just always grant a bonus 10 gold instead of the possible 30 gold. So there you have it. That's the changes that I've seen for the jungler items. I can't guarantee you that's all of them, but that's from what I can see. These are all the changes. And I'll be doing, the last video I have left to do is the trinket slot, which is kind of a neat concept, plus some basic items and like things I already mentioned, like longsword and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you around. Goodbye.